Hello, everyone, and welcome to Truly Bedrock Season 3. This is episode 32. Yes. And in the last episode, we had talked about a bug that we kind of ran into and losing all of our stuff and things like that. And then we came over to the base and we built these bad boys right here, to which almost every single comment we've gotten on this video so far is, hey, why don't you get a ghast and trap it inside those ghasts, or maybe put it underneath the ground or something to add to the ambiance of the ghasts flying around. And to that I say, probably not. I did capture a ghast in Season 1 to put in my Ocean Monument nether base thing that we built, and it was a very... Excuse me? That guy right there is kind of rude. Anyway, it was an excruciatingly painful task that spanned over a couple of live streams, and I'm just not interested in doing it at the moment. I shouldn't say no, that it's never going to happen, but at the moment, I'm happy with the phantoms in the base, and yes, the ghasts would be absolutely amazing to have maybe one pinned behind me and one kind of directly underneath each one of these ghasts, but it's going to be a pain, and we have other plans. We have other things that we need to get done, that we have other things that we need to do on live streams and stuff, so we're going to focus on that for now. A couple of episodes ago, for those that don't know, we did about a 12-hour AFK session over at our wither farm, and we got ourselves a bunch of wither skulls, and we killed a bunch of withers in the last episode, or kind of in between clips in the last episode, but we also managed to get a lot of coal blocks, a couple shulker boxes worth of blaze rods, and then we managed to get 8 shulker boxes full of bones, plus the 19 stacks that are in here, 18 and a bit stacks. So to this point right here, this translates into 24 shulker boxes of bone meal, plus what's in here. That is over 12 double chests of bone meal. So, my plans for what I was going to work on have slightly changed. Originally, what I was going to do is build a farm using moss and bone meal, and I was going to create seeds, moss carpet, and azaleas for us. We were going to compost that down to bone meal, and then we were going to skim off some of the bone meal and ran those into some nano farms. That was the original plan. But with all of this bone meal, I think we need to change our plans just a little bit. I've had some blunders today, and I wasn't going to show them, but we might as well. Inside of this chest here, we had a fair amount of cobblestone that we were using to slab up the area for the wither farm, and I just took out about 6 stacks to make some dispensers that we're going to need for today, getting pre-started for our project, and I shift-clicked the furnaces. After I made the 9th dispenser, I was trying to make the 10th bow, and when you're inside the crafting inventory here, it pops up, and so this stuff shifts, and now we have 41 furnaces, which I don't know what I'm going to do with, but I'm going to put them in here. The other thing that I blundered on today was making 15 iron trap doors, and I honestly don't have very much iron left. I have 3 blocks plus 2 ingots and 4 nuggets. Not a lot left. So I think at some point I am going to have to do a big mining session to get all of the things that I keep goofing on, like messing up the cobblestone, messing up the wood, iron trap doors, and things like that. So I've actually started building up the area to where I'm going to put these farms. Now, my original plan was to have up here at this level, have a moss farm and maybe a moss farm, and this one could supply bone meal to here. Maybe we would have went with 4, 1 in each corner, and we were going to have 4 separate farms on this area. It was going to work out great. We were going to have sugarcane, we were going to have bamboo, we were going to have carrots, and we were going to have potatoes. So the bamboo originally was going to be to power the furnaces that are all the way down here. Obviously, we don't need that anymore. We have blaze rods, we have coal blocks, we have all the things that we could possibly need. Sugarcane we're going to use to make rockets, or we can turn it into paper and trade with our librarians, which would be a nice emerald source. Um, the same thing with the carrots and the potatoes. We're going to trade those in conjunction with the pumpkins and the melons with the Melvins to get a bunch of emeralds and do all the trading that we need. But again, I have four full shulker boxes of bones plus, or I said four, I have 8 full shulker boxes of bones plus what's in here. There is 18 stacks plus 23 bone. This is a lot. This is going to get us going. This is going to keep us going. So, instead of building a sugarcane and a bamboo and a carrot and a potato farm, I think we're going to stick with the sugarcane, carrot, and potato and X the bamboo out. We don't need it. I have scaffolding if I need that for builds and things like that. I can't think of another reason that we would need a bunch of bamboo. So, couple of things. First off, I know using a fortune hoe would be a lot better than what we're doing. We use it down on the netherwart farm all the way down there, and it works really, really good for us. We have a potato farm underneath our spawn town house that we've been using for a while, and we've been using the cheaty cheaty smoker that we have underneath there. But that's all the way back at spawn. It's a little bit of a trip, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to centralize all my things here at the base to make it easier for me running around forward. Sugarcane happens to be the one crop that doesn't grow very, very fast. So I want to set up a thing where we can feed bone meal. Sugarcane will be made for us depending upon the bone meal that is shoved in and automatically shut off. Now, one thing I forgot to mention in all of the chaos of getting this episode rolling and all the different things that we're going to do is I've been busy. I've been busy in the real world getting a second channel started. And we have now a channel where we're putting our live streams. And as I'm recording this episode, the second part to our Zelda A Link to the Past randomizer is uploading. So that should be uploaded. It's a Wednesday night recording time. This video will come out Friday in 2 days. And we got it up and running. So what I'm asking all of you that are watching this video right now is to please go subscribe to that channel. Even if you don't want to watch the live streams, I want to get it to 100 subs so that we can get a custom URL, because if you look in the description down below, you can find a link to that channel, but the URL is crazy. And according to the things I read on YouTube and what YouTube was telling me was we have to have 100 subscribers. So if you would really like to watch the videos, great. If you don't, turn notifications off. Just please sub to the channel. Help me out, please. Please, please, please. But it is there for those that do want to watch it. There's going to be Truly Bedrock live streams that go up. I already have one from last weekend on Sunday. And henceforth, we are going to be uploading those live streams to that channel. So if you miss out on the live streams, you can go back and watch them. If you got a project at the house and you want some background noise, there you go. There's one place to go see all of those. Go check it out. Now, I'm actually over on the back side of my base, which is right over there, because a long time ago, I set this guy up right here. You put bone meal in here, it will bone meal the sugarcane, it will grow, and it will come down into this chest, which actually had a few pieces of sugarcane in it. I'm surprised by that. But I have this little rudimentary clock here. This is an old school clock. Basically, we got to do something like that, and it will fire the dispenser here, as you can hear. And then, of course, if we wanted to shut this thing off, we just simply do that. You have to break the redstone to get it up and running again. But I would really like to set something like this up. We have an observer that comes down and powers this piston that breaks it. There is a hopper minecart underneath here that is collecting the items, and the items go into this chest. We can remove all of this and skinny this clock up a little bit, but this is what I want to set up, and maybe set up like 3 or 4 of these little cells. Get them to where they're just one wide. We don't need anything crazy. maybe a different clock. But other than that, this is what I'd like to set up for the sugarcane. So one little minor issue to this whole plan is hoppers. I don't have enough hoppers to run everything over like over here. I think my plan is carrots and potatoes here. We're probably going to do sugarcane over there. And then this was going to be like a collection area because this is where I actually come up the stairs. I would need hoppers running from here to here. I would need hoppers running from here to here. And then I would need hoppers running from here to here to kind of make this all work. And that's just not going to work for us because we don't have the hoppers. So, with that being said, what we're going to do instead is we are going to just place this probably in the floor, which is fine because I don't got to worry about, or I don't need to worry about the, underside of here. So, I lost my train of thought, but what we're going to do is we're going to build a fairly rudimentary nano farm from an old school tutorial. I believe Rogue Fox was the one that made this. And it's very, very simple. It's very easy for people to follow. And luckily for me, I should have just about everything that I need to do it. So, of course, we're going to need a collection system. We're going to need a minecart, hopper. Ooh, this is going to need to be a stair. Oh, I am prepared. Look at me go. I need a stair, please. I'm actually going to need 2 stairs, which is fine. This is more or less to keep the hopper minecart from moving, and we can still open the chest. And it'll also be nice for us to step up onto this block. Now, of course, I didn't remember everything. I have the dispensers I need. I have the observer. I have redstone dust. I have redstone repeaters. We're going to need more than 1 sticky piston. But what I don't have is I don't have dirt. Of all the things to forget, dirt is the one that we forgot. Alright, let me go get some dirt. Though the stair is a nice little centerpiece here, or whatever have you, the piston is going to be pushing into me. So I think what I'm going to have to do is actually stand off to the side to utilize this farm, but it's fine. It's fine. I also forgot a water bucket because we are going to need to waterlog this piston, a great feature of a Bedrock Edition. Then what we're going to need is our dispensers, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, a temporary block with our observer facing up, and then we need redstone on these 4 blocks, or I should say these 3. We need a block here that I'm standing on. And then I believe it's a block like this, a block down like that, and a block up like that. And we need redstone dust here, and we are going to need a repeater, which I already have on me. Perfect. To go up here. So I should be able to just put this here on 3-tick delay, and that should be the farm 100% complete. Now, couple of things that we are going to need. We are going to need to have bone meal fed into these dispensers, right? And of course I fell down because I forgot I didn't put a top on this yet. And we can actually do that momentarily so we don't have to worry about falling. But I think what we're going to do is put a hopper here, and eventually a hopper here, with a chest, or even just placing a shulker box of bone meal up above these things. But this is a fully functioning farm. If I were to take this block out right here, you can see that when that is updated, it will dispense this. We can grab our and till the dirt. I think, like I said, we're gonna do maybe some craziness. Something like this, so we can stand to the side and we can grow potatoes. So now that I have a little bit of bone meal and I have potato, there is no potato in here. There is a piece of nether brick, which is no big deal. We can go ahead and do some dispersing of the bone meal. We'll put 23 in each dispenser because that is an even number. And then all we have to do is sit down here and hold the right click. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get anything out of that. There we go. And eventually, our potatoes will be aplenty. Now, I know what you guys are saying in the comment section right now. Zap, why are you doing this? You can just use a hoe and it'll be fine. And you are correct. I could easily use a fortune hoe and get a lot more potatoes than what this is going to provide for me. But that's not what we're about. I can sit here and tie a rubber band to the mouse with stacks on stacks of potatoes. We could even stand really close to this thing. Ooh, interesting. That didn't work. And collect the potatoes. And while I'm just sitting here eating dinner or whatever have you, whilst I'm in the hotel, we can easily sit here and just AFK at one of these farms, getting all the potatoes. This works. It works well. As you guys can see, we've grown 1 into 34, and we can continue to do this. We're out of bone meal right now, but it's going to work. It's going to work. Actually, that did work. Looks like this may be a little faster. Maybe we need to spin the delay down just a little bit. Should be fine. Should be fine. I also went ahead and filled all of these in. I put the oxidized copper blocks in and we filled this guy in. And I think the next thing for us to do, other than maybe look at prettying this up just a little bit with some stair action, could probably look pretty good. Yeah, we'll fiddle around with it here in just a second, but I can get the carrot set up. And then we can start building the sugarcane side of things. Alright, so I've got this placed in because we did finish up the carrot farm. I did load up a little bit of bone meal in here, and again, the thing stopping us from really loading these farms up and going is the fact that I don't have any iron. So we will be adding the storage system or the loading system to this in the very near future. Very near future? Wow. Where we can kind of get this thing rolling. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna place in some hoppers like so, which means the dirt is gonna go here, okay? And that is going to put the water behind this whole setup. Now, I didn't grab enough water. I have a bucket, so we're gonna have a little bit of flowing water in the base, which is fine. It's fine, it's fine. I don't mind it. Yeah, those are half slabs. We got to watch that. And this is where the dispensers need to go, right here. So that we can bone meal this. I put all my stuff away because I was making bone meal. It's going to leave me one dispenser. Jeez. It's been a long day. I'm really tired. So there is our dispenser. Very, very good. We're going to have our pistons like so. And then, of course, we are going to need probably like this, right? No. Nope, I would have been correct if I would have done this and faced my observers this way. So there's a couple of different ways that you can actually wire up these observers. We could have a block right here and a block right here, and we could have redstone dust, and this would power the whole system. Or we can do my personal favorite, which is this, and then have redstone excuse me, dust right back here. We're struggling. But there we go. So now, if anything is to pop here, all the pistons will extend, and we don't have to worry about it. Now, we're going to want probably glass to glass this thing in, but I think we're going to surround it like so, and we may even do some upside down stairs or something here, and then, of course, glass going all the way up. What we're going to need after that is going to be some sort of clock that powers these dispensers. And I think, if I'm correct, that this is way too fast. This is a very, very fast clock. That doesn't even work because it's not facing into the dispensers. But it is fast. How can we do this? Nope, not gonna work. I have another idea. It's going to require me pairing up a bit of stuff. Because if I had observers like that, might be able to do something with that. And the game is a little laggy today. But I don't think this is going to work because, like, yeah. Back to the drawing board. So if I had to hazard a guess, I would say that each one of you is typing right now saying, you forgot the collection system for the sugarcane. You put the dirt directly over the hopper. That's not how Minecraft works. You should stop what you're doing and reassess your whole redstone knowledge. And I know, I figured it out when I was sitting here scratching my head on what to do. And yeah, we had to elevate this, put the mine carts in, and move our chests. So a lot of things happened after I cut. I found out that if I were powering these guys directly with repeaters, that it is going to power the piston as well, causing a little bit of an issue. So we had to go ahead and unpower the pistons by simply moving the redstone portion down, as you guys can see here. That was just one problem. Let's see if we do and then we do like this. Yeah, there we go. We'll get the glass fully surrounded this thing, make it look a lot better. So we needed to power a block underneath of it, or I needed to move the redstone back. I would have needed to cut into the outside, which we can't do, right? Our base is what our base is, so we've got to fit this stuff in accordingly. I only have so forward I can go, so I was able to move this forward by a block as well as putting in all of the different hoppers and stuff. And this is what we got. Now, one thing that we could do is we could put some half slabs here, and we could move these blocks up, and we could put some redstone on that, and it wouldn't interfere with these guys. We could move the pistons. There's all kinds of things we could do. We could have put the pistons on the other side of this whole thing. That would have looked weird. But stacking these right next to each other is what caused the biggest issue. I did go back. I have a copy of Season 2, and I looked at my sugarcane farm there, and it was just one single sugarcane slice, and it worked for us. So what I'm going to have to do is probably put in the sugarcane manually. I might be able to get a chest off this way with a hopper pointed in here, and do the same on the other side, though I'm going to run into a wall. Other than that, I really don't know what we can do. And I really wanted to throw some chests on here and have this stuff automatically dispensed, but we're limited on room, and I am completely out of hoppers. And somehow, somewhere, I got a soul lantern, which means when the creeper blew up, we lost a soul lantern. So, for whatever reason, I have had some mobs spawn over in this area. Right now, I'm being shot at by a skeleton who spawned in the soul sand, who spawned in the netherwart crops while it is completely lit, still spawning. And so, I don't know why that is happening. I also don't know where this soul lantern came from. Because, oh, it came from right here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Should be right there. Yep. There we go. So one of these slabs got blown up. It was really weird. The skeleton was shooting at me. It shot a creeper. And you know what happens. Creeper blows up. It go boom. So, again, like I said, all I have to do now is take some bones. That is the first time I've done that today. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's really, really fine. I've got a ton of white dye now. We will hold on to it. We will not throw it away. But all I have to do is throw in a couple stacks of bone meal into this. Not dye. And we can flick this lever and it will activate this whole system. Now, my clock is very, very simple. I told you we were going to go kind of rudimentary. So I have this repeater facing into a block. That is powering a piece of redstone dust here, which is unpowering and powering this redstone torch. So if we were to activate this system, we can see that the items are going down. They are being collected. We are getting sugarcane as well as a rail that got stuck in there. And I have this little bump out for the water to hydrate the dirt. It kind of looks silly, but I don't know a better way to do it. I guess I could put stairs. And we could waterlog the stairs. That would look a little bit better, but the water's still going to fall out nonetheless. So, you guys in the comments section will probably most likely have plenty of suggestions and helping tips for me. But as long as this thing has bone meal, it is going to produce a bunch of sugarcane for us, which is great. And I like the setup here with the single chest and then the double chest and stuff. And it works, right? It's not the best farm, sure, but we're going to get all the sugarcane that we need. This thing is completely AFKable. I can just load the dispensers up and walk away. These farms are a little more tricky. Obviously, we're going to have to let it grow and grab the other ones. Once we get ourselves a bunch of oh, you know what? I know the whole issue here. Let's... Oh my god, this is so loud. Okay. I know the issue. I only had one dispenser with bone meal. You have to fill all 3 of these dispensers with bone meal, otherwise this farm will eject a not fully grown carrot, right? That's why we had some of the growths of the potatoes not working. Pretty simple little deal, but I can sit here, put a bunch of bone meal in there, put a bunch of bone meal in here, and sit AFK and get all the carrots and all the potatoes that we want to trade with the Melvins. We started with 1 carrot, we're already up to 26. That's a nice, easy way of getting it, and it also utilizes all of the bone meal that we have just stored in here. So though this doesn't look the best, they are fully functioning farms, and I'm happy with the way they turned out. I really, honestly am. Might be able to do something a little bit better with these guys, but hey, It's not about efficiency, it's about getting crops, it's about getting the things that we need and it working. It doesn't always have to be the most efficient or the prettiest, it just has to work, and it does. So now I have potatoes, I have carrots, I can trade with the Melvins. I'm probably going to sit AFK for a while, pumping a bunch of potatoes out of this system, or most likely going over to my base and grabbing a bunch of potatoes because I do want to set up a smoker here in the base so I don't have to go to the God Furnace. I don't have to go back to my base. I don't have to try to move that smoker all the way over here. It is quite a distance, and we can have a place where we can repair all of our stuff as the time is needed. Some things get repaired as we kill mobs around the base and stuff. Some stuff doesn't get repaired as fast. So that is just another project for another day. But we're out of time for today. We have farms working. We can see the pumpkins down below getting collected. Maybe? Watching you. But the farm is working nonetheless down below. We are getting pumpkins. We are getting melons. We're getting all the things. I'm going to have to check that farm if that doesn't get picked up soon. I think I forgot to shut off the mine carts, but it's no big deal. This is all so we can trade with villagers. We can get a bunch of emeralds. And once we start getting our hands on a bunch of emeralds, we can finally put the beacons to use and kind of have them around the base and really, like I said, start making use of all the things that we have. But again, I'm out of time. I hope you guys enjoyed this really weird episode. And if you did, you guys know the routine by now. Make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check the description down below for all the different ways to follow me, including a link to the new live streaming channel, Twitter, my Twitch, Truly Bedrock Discord, my Discord, Truly Bedrock website. A link to all the other Truly Bedrock members' channels are in the description below. Be sure to go check them out. If you aren't already, there's great content over there. If you're needing some more Minecraft content in your life, that is the place to get it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.